Launching a brand new product on Amazon can be certainly a scary, confusing, overwhelming time, but also a super exciting time. I recently just launched a new product for one of my done-for-you automation clients, a brand new product that I found and launched for her, and it's doing extremely well. We have 0 reviews and it's taking off. And today I want to share with you exactly how you're going to launch a new product, what strategies are working the best right now, how do you launch a new product, what keywords do you go after. I want to go over that. There's also been some recent news with search, find, buy purchases, especially when using REBATEKEY. I'll cover that news in today's video as well. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Welcome back to those of you who are my subscribers. My name is Brian Noonan. I'm a full-time Amazon FBA seller, mentor, and business coach. Right here on my YouTube channel, I release weekly videos covering everything Amazon, e-commerce, personal development. If you enjoy that type of content, do me a favor right now, real quick, head on down and press subscribe. Give me a like on this video as well. Helps support my channel, helps me be able to reach more people. I can also see each and every one of you who take just a moment to subscribe, and I appreciate each of you. My job right here on this channel is to help educate, teach, impact as many lives as possible, sharing my story, documenting my journey of how I went from a struggling broke drug addict 7.5 years ago to being able to build and own multiple 6-figure online businesses. Let's get started. All right, guys, so what's working the best right now for launching new products? I made a video, which I'll post up here, on what was working in the past called the Maldives honeymoon period launch strategy. In that video, I break down using the Maldives strategy for product launches. That strategy overall is still working the best right now and one of the best ways you can launch your product. Make sure to check out that video part 1, but there's been some recent news and changes with REBATEKEY, which I want to cover in today's video, so hang around for that. But let's go over the Maldives strategy. This is a launch strategy that essentially is a couple different main components to it that make it work. Number 1 is picking the right keywords, super relevant keywords, kind of longer tail keywords that have low title density, and I'll show you that here in a minute when I share my screen. Picking the right keywords is super important. These are kind of your Maldives keywords, or the keywords you're going to go after using the Maldives strategy. Next, we put all those keywords in our listing in very specific places, such as the title, your bullets, one time in the title, one time in the bullet points, and then we put them in all of our PPC campaigns across all the manual campaigns, broad, phrase, and exact, and they're in the autos running. And then finally, we set up what are called search, find, buy purchases. Search, find, buy purchases, if you're not familiar with what those are, essentially a search, find, buy purchase means a customer goes onto Amazon, whether you send them there or they're directed there from a landing page or your own website or from a social media group or from a ManyChat flow you got them to. They type in a keyword on Amazon.com, they type in a main keyword, and then they go page by page by page until they find your organic listing and buy it. Amazon sees that that customer skipped over or passed by all of your main competitors' listings and bought yours organically. To Amazon, that's an external customer coming from off Amazon. They like that. And then number 2, they skipped over all those competitors. So Amazon thinks, oh, we should place this product on page 1, your product on page 1. It must be good because this customers are skipping over the other one. So they boost your ranking closer to page 1 if you can get like around 10 search, find, buy purchases around that number for each one of these keywords that we target. Now hang around because I'll show you exactly how to find these keywords, where to put them in your listing, and then what do we use to set up these search, find, buy purchases. All right, guys, well, let's jump into it. Going over the Maldives strategy. So what is super important to understand about the Maldives strategy and the honeymoon period? Let me talk about first the honeymoon period. This is going to be the first kind of 2 to 3 weeks. Once you launch, the first 2 to 3 weeks is going to be your honeymoon period. This is the time you're going to want to really focus on a couple of main things. Number 1, sales, getting sales going, both organic and through PPC. So sales velocity during the honeymoon period is number 1, super important. Number 2, getting reviews. Getting positive or good reviews started. That's going to prove to Amazon you have a good product that should be ranked better. And then finally, guys, super important during the honeymoon period is reviews. Ranking. Starting to rank for your main keywords. Those are going to be the super important things during the honeymoon period, guys. When does the honeymoon period start? The honeymoon period will start as soon as your products arrive to Amazon, start getting checked in, and become available, and your listing status goes to active. At that time, you're going to want to start launch and use this Maldives strategy to launch your product successfully. When do you create the listing, and who will this Maldives strategy work for? Like Bradley, who developed this Maldives strategy at Helium 10, what he does is he tells his supplier, hey, send my products to my 3PL. Once his products arrive at the 3PL, he creates the listing for the very first time, gets the FNSKU barcode, gets the FBA carton shipping labels, and sends them to his 3PL, and then they send it into Amazon. While he's waiting for that FBA inventory to arrive at Amazon, he sets his listing or adds a condition to FBM and has his 3PL ship any FBM orders. So the Maldives strategy, according to Bradley, should be done where you create the listing within 24 hours and launch. However, don't be worried, guys. For those of you out there who maybe created the listing 30 or 40 days ago, you will still get a honeymoon period, and the Maldives strategy will still work for you, okay? But ideally, guys, I found around 30 days or less, create the listing and launch, if possible. For those of you guys out there who don't have a 3PL and you are creating the listing well in advance and then doing your shipping plan and sending your barcodes to your supplier, try sending them to your freight forwarder once they pick up all your products from the supplier and get it to their warehouse. Sometimes you can cut down a few weeks from the time you create the listing to the time you launch. Ideally 30 days or less, but for those of you out there who are over that, you will still get a honeymoon period as soon as your products arrive to Amazon, start getting checked in and made available, and your listing status goes active. The honeymoon period starts. Okay, the Maldives strategy. Who will this Maldives strategy work for? The Maldives strategy will work for brand new products or new sellers or brand new products that are just launching for the very first time. It will also work for sellers whose sales are slow and they need to boost sales and get them going again by ranking better. And it also works for sellers or products that have been out of stock recently or for a while, and it's time for a relaunch. The Maldives strategy will work for all of you guys in those three different categories. Now, let me show you an example here before I jump in using the Maldives strategy, how you do it. Before I do that, let me just show you some results. So this is a product that I recently launched for Angie, one of my done-for-you product automation clients, where I find the product, find the manufacturer, get the product launched, shipped to Amazon and launched for you. That's my done-for-you automation service. This is Angie's product. You can see here we're only about 7 days into the launch, guys. And by using the Maldives strategy, I've done just that. And I've only done an organic launch with an optimized listing, with the right PPC campaigns, with using the Maldives strategy. We've already made over 20 orders. Not all 81 of these orders are from the one product that I launched, but over 20 sales have already been made in the first week, and that's with 0 reviews, no influencers, no external traffic or promotions or deals or discounts, just competitive price, optimized listing, excellent photos, the right PPC campaigns and targeting, and using this Maldives strategy. And then here, one more thing, you can see with the right PPC campaigns for a new product launch, I spent $377 and got about $600 in sales. This is the power of using the Maldives strategy and understanding how to launch a product effectively. Now let's jump into what is the Maldives strategy and how do you use it. So there's been some changes and some updates, and I want to talk updates, and I want to talk about that here in a minute. But before I go over those updates and the news around REBATEKEY, let me tell you an overview of what the Maldives launch strategy is. It's essentially 3 things, guys. 1, keyword research, identifying and choosing the right keywords to go after, 2 to 4 of them, adding those to your title and bullets in exact phrase form, adding those keywords to all your PPC campaigns, broad, phrase, exact, autos they're going, and then finally setting up search, find, buy purchases for those keywords. What is a search, find, buy purchase? A search, find, buy purchase, guys, is not against terms of service. It's fine to use search, find, buy as long as you do it correctly. And I'll talk about who I use now and the news around REBATEKEY in just a few minutes, so just hang around a minute. But what a search, find, buy is. So basically you tell customers, you have customers go on to Amazon.com, they type in a keyword that you're trying to rank for or one of your Maldives keywords, They search for that keyword, and then they're going to go page by page by page until they find your product and buy it. That's a search, find, buy, purchase. And Amazon sees, wow, this customer came from an external place. They went onto our website. They searched for this keyword. They bypassed all these other products on page 1 and 2, found your product on page 3 and bought it. So that tells Amazon, okay, wow, this product, your product should be on page 1 because obviously customers like it. That's the power of search, find, buy, purchases. Now, how do you find, step 1, how do you find the right keywords to go after for search for the Maldives strategy overall? If this was my product I was launching for the very first time, let me kind of go over where you're going to start with keyword research and picking these Maldives keywords. This is a smart digital photo frame. It's important to identify your seed or root keyword. What is a seed or root keyword for this product? It's frame. Kind of all the keywords I'm going to show you here are really around frame because this is a digital frame. This is a smart digital frame. This is a smart digital photo frame with Wi-Fi. The seed or root keyword is frame. Another example would be like a butter dish. If your product's a white ceramic butter dish, you may have keywords like large butter dish with lid, countertop butter dish, farmhouse butter dish, modern butter dish. The seed or root keyword there for those keywords is butter dish. These are the types of keywords you're going to want to go after in the beginning. Now, how do you find the keywords and choose the right keywords to target for the Maldives strategy? You're going to want to copy and paste your top 10 competitors, ASINs, over here in Helium 10 Cerebro, and then press Get Keywords. You can see here, guys, you're left with like, when I did that, I was left with over 10,000 keywords. That's too many. So we need to put in some filters. Here's the filters I recommend, both for listing optimization and for this Maldives strategy. Search volume, 1,000 to 23,000, guys. 1,000 to kind of 20,000 is going to be a good search volume range of keywords, kind of longer tail keywords, not as competitive to go after in the beginning. As you can rank for these less, still good search volume, but lower competition, longer tail keywords, as you rank for those keywords by including them in your listing, doing the Maldives strategy, adding them to your PPC campaigns, as you rank for those, it'll help you with the bigger keywords you go after next, okay? So I've entered 1,000 to 23,000 for my search volume range. 1 to 50 organic rank. I only want keywords from organic rank 1 through 50. 1 through 20 or 30 is roughly page 1. 20 to 40 is page 2. So only 1 and 2, I want keywords from page 1 and 2. Match type is going to be organic, guys, okay? And then I did an apply or search, but I was still left with over 100 different keywords. So here's where I recommend doing an advanced filter. Under advanced filters, enter your seed or root keyword. Under show phrases that contain frame. There's my seed or root keyword, and then apply. If you're not sure exactly what your seed or root keyword is, you can do frame, comma, digital, okay, like that. You could do 2, but try to identify down to just the 1. Now I'm left with just 49 keywords, much more manageable. And here's how you're going to pick the keywords to go after for the Maldives strategy. All right, pay attention. This is a super important part. Okay, so here's the #1 keyword I selected for my Maldives strategy. The reason is because it contains my seed or root keyword. It's got really high IQ score, the higher the better. It's got a good search volume, 6,400. It's got 30% more people searching for it last month. It's got about 340 competing products. It's got a lower CPR of 32. And this part, guys, is super important. Title density 0. What does title density 0 mean? That means 0 other sellers on page 1 in the top spots are including this keyword in their title. If you can pick keywords with 0 title density, or the lower the better, it's going to be easier for you to rank for those keywords, okay? So digital, picture, frame, Wi-Fi with app would be my #1 keyword if mine had an app. Then I scrolled down these other ones: family picture frame, electronic picture frame, Fomio, electronic photo frame. It had 5 competitors using it in their title. I didn't like those ones as much, but here's the second best keyword I found for the Maldives strategy: Wi-Fi picture frame. 8,400 high Cerebro IQ score, 3,500 searches per month, 18% more people searching for it last month, and title density of 1. So there's 2 of the 3 or 4 Maldives keywords. Let me show what do you do next with these 2 keywords. The next step, guys, is you're going to want to copy this phrase and add it to your title one time and your bullet points one time. So it'll go right here in the first half of your title in exact phrase form. That's the first keyword I found. And then the second keyword down here, Wi-Fi picture frame, would go kind of right here in my title. So you'll want to add it to your title, left to right in relevancy and importance, and higher search volume, left to right. One time each keyword goes in the title in exact phrase form, and then you're going to also want to add it one time to your bullet points. Now, it doesn't matter exactly what bullet points. I try to do number 3, 4. So it's in your title one time, it's in your bullet points one time for each one of those keywords, okay? And then make sure it is in exact phrase form, just like it appears here in Cerebro. So Wi-Fi picture frame, you wouldn't want to do Wi-Fi white large picture frame. It needs to be exactly how it appears here. So guys, that's gonna be how you choose those 2 to 4 Maldives keywords based on the data, which is the most important part by looking at title density, IQ score. Let's talk about CPR for a minute. You can see here that the CPR number is 32 for this keyword. What is CPR? That means that basically how many sales do you have to make off that keyword in the roughly 8 to 10 day period, worst case scenario, how many sales do you have to make off that keyword to rank to page 1? Now, I'll talk about here in just a minute why even just getting 10 search find by purchases set up for this keyword, you would rank to page 1. But that, guys, is going to be how you kind of find the best keywords to go after and where to add them. You've added them to your title and bullets. Next, all these other keywords, guys, that you choose that are good, continue to optimize your listing with these in the other sections of your title, bullets, description if you don't have A+ content, and in the back end of your listing in the search terms. Now, all these keywords, and especially the Maldives ones, number 2, need to go in your PPC campaign. So you'll add your top 2 to 4 Maldives keywords plus the other ones, but especially important are the Maldives keywords to your campaigns, your PPC campaigns. Especially a manual broad and a manual exact campaign to start ranking for them, and they're running in your autos, but also test them as phrase. So that's how you're going to pick the right keywords, the Maldives keywords to go after. That's how you're going to optimize your listing, finding the rest of these keywords and where to put them, and then put these keywords in PPC, and they need to be getting clicks and sales and orders in there too. That's going to help you rank as well. Finally, guys, we're going to be setting up what's called search find by purchases. Again, that means we're sending customers onto Amazon. They're going to type in this keyword. They're going to search. They're going to go page by page by page until they find my product on page 2, 3, 8. They're going to click on it and buy it. That's an authentic search find by purchase and what helps boost your ranking the fastest. How many people do we need to do this, and how do we get those set up? Even if you can get around 10 people to do this per keyword over 7 to 10 days, and that keyword is in your PPC campaigns, one time in your title, one time in your bullets, you should rank. Even though the CPR is 30, I found that even if you can get 10 total over 7 to 10 days for each keyword, 10 search find by, you should rank to page 1. Now, search find by are not against terms of service. They are fine. You just can't use search find by purchases for reviews. But search find by purchases to Amazon, essentially, all it looks like is an external customer, organic customer, went onto their website. They searched for this keyword. They found your product and bought it at full price. That's it. You just don't want to use search find by purchases to also get reviews. This is just for ranking. Now, who do I use for setting up these search find by purchases? Well, let's talk about REBATEKEY for a minute, because I used to use and recommend REBATEKEY for all of my search find by purchases. It was really simple to set up a REBATEKEY treasure hunt campaign. You could enter the 2 keywords or 4 keywords in the same campaign. You could say, I want to run it at 95% off. I want to run it for 7 to 10 days. I want to do 2 search find by for this keyword per day, 2 for this keyword per day. But REBATEKEY has been banned from Amazon as about 1 month ago. I don't recommend using REBATEKEY any longer. I think one of the main reasons RebateKey got banned was because they were getting really large. They have a huge database of customers and visitors to their website, rebatekey.com. And I think Amazon, since it's public, Amazon saw all of these products, their products on RebateKey at huge discounts. And Amazon's thinking, why are we letting that go on when we can just make the sales ourselves on our website? So don't use RebateKey anymore for anything. And I actually would disconnect it from your seller account if you've ever used it in the past. So who do I use for Search Find Buy? Two companies. One, azrank.com. What I like about azrank.com, the cost is kind of expensive because it is kind of a done-for-you service, around $600 to $1,200, but it just depends on how many keywords you target, how many Search Find Buy total you get. But they'll help you monitor your organic ranking now, what keywords to go after, and your organic ranking after you've used them. I also like that it's run by Amazon experts. I also like that Bradley from Helium 10 uses it and trusts it. And each customer gets a customized service for their service. So that's number one. The number two option I would use is Boost Rooster. Boost Rooster has a lot of cool features, including effective ManyChat conversation flows for Facebook ads and just boosting kind of reviews. They have effective product insert cards, but they also have right here for their $79 a month rebate campaign management. You can set up Search Find Buy purchases through them. Now, you will probably have to send customers to like a ManyChat flow to give them Search Find Buy instructions or a landing page. A really key, really important point though I want to make, guys, again, don't use Search Find Buy campaigns or purchases to get more reviews. And number two, all of the refunds, discounts, Search Find Buy instructions is all done off Amazon. It has to be done off Amazon. It's super important that as you use these Search Find Buy to Amazon, again, it just looks like an organic customer coming from an external place, search for a keyword, and bought your product at full price. All the discounts, giveaways, rebates, and Search Find Buy stuff is all done off Amazon using one of these two services, or even friends and family can do a Search Find Buy, but they can't leave a review. Okay, guys, well, I hope you found this video valuable, going over using the Maldives strategy and what's working the best right now. I appreciate you watching. Drop any questions you have down below about the Maldives strategy or ranking or finding keywords and launching. I appreciate you watching so much, and I'll see you on my next video.